Let's take a look at a follow-up of a NanoBrace application. This brace has been on a little longer than it should have, probably about 8 weeks. Right now I am checking the growth of the sidewalls to see how that nail is doing. It was quite impacted when I first applied this brace, but the corners are looking really good. So we are going to remove this brace. The safest way to remove the NanoBrace is to simply file it off. Here we're using a mini mandrel and a mini arbor band in a fine grit at a fairly low speed. You see it's quite simple to just file off the old brace. Once I've filed off the brace gel, I'm going in and I'm prepping the rest of that toenail. I want to remove any shine so that when I apply the new brace, we get good adhesion. So here I'm removing shine and debris from the regrowth area of that toenail. Now I'm going in with my cuticle bit. This is where your clients will experience the most relief in the maintenance process because we're going to clean out those growth channels and remove any debris that gets caught in that involuted pit. Let's call it that because it's kind of a pit. So I'm carefully on a low speed removing any debris from that sidewall and cuticle area. This step is crucial to the success of the NanoBrace because you want to place your brace as close to that sidewall area as possible so you get the maximum amount of lift from that brace. If you have debris stuck in that area or still attached to the nail, the NanoBrace won't adhere properly. Now I'm going to take down some of that length that has grown out, but I am not going to file away the corners. We're working really hard at getting those corners grown up and out of that involuted area. So here I'm just evening out the length and taking it down a little bit, but I'm not going to file away all the corners. We're going to continue to watch this toenail grow. I'm now etching the area where I'm going to put the brace. This client wears steel-toed work boots most of his day, so he did have a little bit more lifting of the NanoBrace than I would have liked to see. So I'm giving myself a bit of extra assurance to make sure that it adheres properly. So I've turned my emery board kind of like a pen, and I'm just gently scuffing and etching that area where I'm going to put the new brace. Here I'm using cleanser and a brush to make sure that I remove all the dust from my prep work and take a closer look to make sure that I've done what I needed to do for a successful brace application. Here I can clearly see from sidewall to sidewall, which is exactly what I want. Now we are applying the NanoFlex bonder only to the area where we're applying the new brace. So you can see I'm creating a little path for myself. And we're going to cure that for 30 seconds. Now using the dotting tool end of the NanoBrace tool, I'm going to apply the gel right along where I applied the bonder. The gel doesn't need to be incredibly thick. You're creating a band across the apex of the toenail. The key is placement, making sure to get that NanoBrace as close to the sidewall of that nail as possible without making skin contact. So I've pulled that skin back to ensure that happens. Now, using the brush end, I'm just cleaning up my perimeters of the NanoBrace to make it look nice and tidy and ensure the correct amount of tension. Once you're happy with your brace placement, you're going to cure that for 60 seconds. Now that's cured, the last step is to remove the sticky dispersion layer using cleanser and a clean lint-free wipe. And your maintenance service of a NanoBrace is now complete. This client is experiencing great success with the regrowth, and we will continue to put NanoBrace on.